Hello, my friends. It's Andy coming to you from Yorba Linda, California. Excited to be here. I finally had a chance to sit down on my computer. I cannot tell you, I'm so far behind on messages. So if you're watching this and you've sent me some screenshots or messages and I've not had a chance to say thank you, or you haven't seen a video about what it is that you're concerned about, I apologize. But been on the road a lot, been in a lot of events, a lot of campaigns have been, launches have taken place over the last month or two. We have been to Calvary Chapel, Chino Hills, where Steve Garvey and Steve Hilton and, of course, Pastor Jack were there during a town hall where Shifty Schiff was supposed to show up, but because he's just a wimp, he didn't show up. And, just love those three guys. We've met them all at different events, and met Steve Garvey in a restaurant the other day in Palm Springs. It was awesome. Super nice guy. And that was a great event. So what's happening at PYLUSD? Well, we have this interesting candidate named Tricia Quintero, who's been kind of quiet. I guess she's been doing some little private things here and there, but she had a launch the other day over at Blue Scoop over in Yorba Linda. And I only saw like 10 people. And I just saw on Yorba Linda Moms where they said, it was amazing, it was packed house, people, it was standing room only. And I'm going, wait a minute. When I was looking at it, I saw 10 people. A number of them, again, were the typical union hack retired teachers that come out of the teachers' retirement home and got dropped off. And that was it. So I'm not really sure what was being talked about on Yorba Linda Moms, because they apparently were talking about a completely different event that was happening on the same date at the same time. So, but what came out of that is where Esther Kim writes in Yorba Linda Moms that Cal State Fullerton, who's one, this is what she's writing, is easily one of the largest credentialed programs that exists close to our area. And losing that relationship with them is one of the worst things that has happened to our district. I'm going to explain all of this if some of you don't know what this is all about. And then she goes on to say, it is so nice to know that Tricia is committed to repairing our relationship with them so that they can go back to placing student teachers in our district again. Well, this goes back to, I think it was probably almost 4 years ago now, maybe less, where CRT became to rear its ugly head within our district, and of course districts throughout the United States, where students were being taught that white people are racist, that they need to bow down to anybody who's not white, that cops are killing hundreds of and hunting down young black men all over the country and murdering them, and thousands of black men are being killed by police every month. Not true. There's a total of 10, like in 3 years, that were shot by police officers that were being attacked by the person that they shot. So it's completely ridiculous, based on a lie, and not true, obviously. But yet this is what CRT teaches. They also push gender issues, where there's 50 different genders, that men can get pregnant and lactate, and that you need to put tampon machines inside boys' restrooms. All this is around CRT. Now, they love to tell us back at the time, well, this is not coming into high schools. This is a university create. Well, that's even worse that they're teaching this in universities. But they were trying to claim that none of it was coming into the public schools, when we knew that it was. We were sharing curriculum and teachers' assignments that were saying very much the same thing that I just shared with you. And that was happening here, not only in districts around us, but within Placentia Yorba Linda Unified School District. And I wasn't the only one who shared some of these things, but a number of other parents did so at school board meetings. So if you're not attending the school board meetings, you may not know about this and not heard about it, because you're only hearing in Yorba Linda Moms because Bonnie Conti and Esther Kim and all of her other cronies make sure that that is not heard in Yorba Linda Moms or Placentia Buzz or PYL Buzz. That they kick out anybody who were to bring in that truth. You would be kicked out, like my wife was kicked out. And my wife was going, how did I get kicked out? What did I do? I go, I don't have any idea, because I guess because they thought that you were the one feeding me the information. And she said, I don't even know that I've ever been in Yorba Linda Moms, but yet they kick out anybody who says, no, really, PYLUSD is fantastic. We're having so many great new programs come in that are going to be very useful for kids. We've already seen a difference in some of the the things that have been brought to PYLUSD through Dr. Alex Chernis and the majority school board with tutoring after school that goes to everybody in the school district, not just a select few, that they can go to science camp in all the elementary schools where, again, it was only a select few, where the old regime was far more unequitable, and you have this group coming in where they're saying, what about equity? And yet everything they do is equitable under their standard, where everything is available to everybody, as opposed to, again, the old regime of El Sasser and Matthews and some of the other people's names I can't remember. I've tried to put them out of my memory, where they were hiding money within the school district so they could pay superintendents more money that was meant for actually educating kids. That was what was happening in the old regime, and that is why you saw the grades begin to drop below a 50% below the standard of math and reading and writing and learning how to think, where it was in the 40 percentile that children were meeting the minimum standard in PYLUSD. In the state, it's down to 90% are not achieving a level of what would be considered a level of standardized reading and math and that type of thing. And so us parents who saw this happening decided that, you know what, we want to vote for trustees that will cancel any aspect of CRT and ban it from our district. And that is, in fact, what happened. And CRT was banned. Well, with that ban, Cal State Fullerton, who is proud of the fact that they lay a foundation of CRT, DEI, and SEL with the student teachers that they teach there at Cal State Fullerton, said, well, if you're going to ban CRT and we can't send our teachers there, then we're not going to do that any longer. We're no longer going to provide student teachers to PYLUSD because of this ban of CRT, and we all said, okay, that's fine, because we do not want your student teachers that are from your school when they have been indoctrinated with this idea of nonsense, and we just don't want it in our school. So we were fine with that, and we didn't talk that much about it. But now recently it comes up here. As I said, Tricia Quintero said she vows to bring back Cal State Fullerton as a feeder school for student teachers, and so that is what you need to know. That's, even though you're not hearing a lot about Tricia Quintero, she's supported by the teachers unions, who obviously want CRT and DEI and SEL and all these other nonsense things in our schools. And we have done nothing but fight against those things. We want our kids to learn how to read, write, and count. Keep it simple. Read, write, count. We want the arts and we want athletics. Simple. We want to be the In-N-Out Burger of school districts, where our menu of items is very small. We're not going to, we treat all the kids the same. We don't care if you're gay. We don't care if you're black. We don't care if you're Mexican. We don't care if you're Chinese. We don't care. We want to educate you. We want to make sure that you can leave with a skill and an education that will allow you to get an amazing job somewhere, or go on to university if you want to. Hopefully not a woke university that's just going to destroy everything that PYLUSD was able to accomplish. We want to make sure that you have the ability to go to a school that's actually going to teach you things and allow you to build a business or land a job where you can be paid well enough to be able to even to live in California. And if not, then you'll move to some other place where you can afford it. But this is what you need to know about Tricia Quintero, is that she's in line, obviously, with the teachers union. If you want to bring Cal State Fullerton and they've not changed their ways about how they're teaching their teachers, then we don't want that. And so you need to understand that Esther Kim, that Tricia Quintero, who's running for Area 1, is not the candidate. You want Maria Lupita Stubbs as your candidate, and make sure and vote for her. Just ignore Tricia Quintero. She may be a nice person. She may be good at the PTA. As far as I know, her kids are good kids, and that's all fantastic. You don't vote for them just because necessarily they are a good person. We'd like to think that everybody's a good person at some level, but when their ideology is to affect our kids in a negative way, then you got to simply vote no. If she wants to teach her kids to be racist and to hate white people and think that cops are killing black men at $1,000 or $1,000, 100 of them at a pop, every week, then she can do that if she wants to. But that is not the truth. And also, we don't want them teaching a U.S. history that's false. Again, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. He was killed by a Democrat. The KKK was created by the Democrats. You have these things that are very true. They're fact-based, and yet CRT will teach you that none of that is true. And so that's the difference. We want true history being taught, not this fake history that CRT promotes. So hope you understand that, and I hope that makes sense. I tried to make it as clear as possible, and I hope that was helpful. I'm going to be bringing some more detailed videos later on that will explain a little deeper on some of these subject matters, but I just wanted to put this one out there really quick because it's just something that has recently come up, and I wanted to make sure and share that with you. All right, my friends, that's it. I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.